everyone, so today it is Christmas, so Merry Christmas. Today I wanted to do a Christmassy makeup look because I really wanted to try out some more colors of the KvD Saint and Sinner palette, which I have done an autumnal kind of orangey look with this before. And today I want to do a Christmassy makeup look with it. And I also wanted to try out my new makeup brushes, which in case you haven't seen my last video, are the bhcosmetics Crystal Quartz 12-piece brush set brushes and the bhcosmetics Studio Pro 13-piece brush set. So I'm gonna try out some of these brushes and I'm gonna try out some more of these colors to do a Christmassy makeup look, so I hope you guys will enjoy that. So for my foundation I'm going to use this number 3 brush from the Crystal Quartz brush set. This is called the rounded buffing brush. So I'm just dotting some foundation onto my face. The first thing that I notice is that because I apply the foundation to my face with my finger, it does go on the handle of the brush. Because it is white, it will show up quite a bit. But yeah, now I'm just going to buff out the foundation with this brush. The brush is very soft, but I usually do apply my foundation with a sponge. So I don't know how much I like this, but it does seem to blend out quite well. Okay, so far this brush hasn't shed on my face, but there is some little hairs that are sticking out more, but I can't seem to take them out. So I don't know if eventually they'll fall out or not, but it's really not too bad. So I think this is a pretty good brush, especially for the price, because this brush set was only around $15 or something. I'm just going to apply some concealer under my eyes, which I don't wear concealer a lot anymore because it does tend to look quite cakey. So this is as much as I'm going to apply underneath my eyes, and then I'm just going to apply a little bit on some of my spots as well, which I should probably do with my fingers because otherwise it will just kind of cross-contaminate when I use it again. And I'm just using the same buffer brush to blend that out. This is the foundation done. I think it looks pretty good, even though my skin hasn't been looking the greatest, which makes it look not that great. It looks pretty good, so I like this brush so far. Oh, and if you haven't seen the videos where I show you these brush sets, this is the little case that the Crystal Quartz brushes come in, which is really pretty. But alright, now I'm just going to set all of this, so I'm going to pat in the concealer a little bit under my eyes, so that it isn't going into the lines. Then I'm going to set this with a translucent powder. I'm using the number 1 brush from the Crystal Quartz brush set, which this is the deluxe powder brush. I'm just going to set my under eyes with that. There's a lot of powder that comes off, but I mean this seems to do a pretty good job. It's just a powder brush. It is shedding the slightest bit. I don't know if it will still do that after you've washed them, but it's really not that bad. I have brushes that shed way worse that are way more expensive. But yeah, this did shed a little bit after I used it. Not on my face, but it did a little bit afterwards. And it does pick up a little bit of the foundation. I'm going to contour my face, and for this I actually wanted to use another brush of the Crystal Quartz brush set, but I decided to use a brush from this Studio Pro set instead because I have used 2 of the brushes of that other set already. So let's use the small contour brush, which is the number 3 brush right here, which it does look quite small. So let's see how this works. I'm just picking up a little bit of this bronzer. Yes, I do contour with bronzer. I don't know, I don't think it looks bad, so let's do that. Oh, okay. Picks up a lot of product, and yeah, it does fit really nicely right here. I don't know, it doesn't blend as much as I would like it to. As you can see, it kind of just stays there, and it feels a little bit flimsy. It is really soft, and it doesn't seem to shed so far, but I don't know, it's not really blending it out. It's not really doing as much of a good job as I would like it to. So, I don't know, let's try a different brush. Alright, so the Crystal Quartz set has a contour brush, which is one of these flat brushes, which I think maybe would be more for cream contour. I don't know. I don't really feel like using this one. So I'm gonna use the number 2 brush instead, which is the large rounded bronzing brush, which I am using a bronzer, so I'll just use this one. Again, this is very soft and flimsy. I like a little bit more stiff brushes for this, so maybe I should use the flat brush. I think I'm just gonna try that. Okay, so here it is, the contour brush. Now let me try that out. Okay, that does feel a little bit better. Yeah, that does blend it a little bit more. Okay, so all of the brushes that I just used haven't shed or anything like that, so that's good. And they did end up working out pretty well. So now for my eyebrows, I'm going to use the number 13 angled liner slash spoolie brush from the Studio Pro brush set. And usually I actually use this super small little makeup brush that comes in the little palette that I use for my eyebrows. And I think it works fine. And now this brush is just a normal sized brush, so it might actually work better, I feel like, but we'll see if it's nice, because sometimes brushes can be way too flimsy. Oh, but this actually isn't flimsy at all. Okay, wow. Yeah, this is actually quite nice. I mean, I haven't used a spoolie. Okay, yeah, that's just a spoolie. This seems to be quite nice so far. It picks up the product really well. It's not too flimsy, which some eyebrow brushes are, which this is a liner brush. It doesn't say that it is a eyebrow brush, but that is what I'm using it for. And I mean, it does come with a spoolie, so isn't it just an eyebrow brush? I don't know, but you can use it for that. And it does seem to work really well for that, as you can see. So I like this brush. For a highlighter, I'm going to use this brush from the Studio Pro set. This is a femme brush. Usually I use this brush for highlighter, which is an e.l.f. brush, which is quite different, obviously. So I'm quite interested to see in how well this will do. I'm just putting it into my highlighter. I'm just going to put it on the places where I usually highlight. Okay, this is not very... Okay, it works, but it's not very easily controllable because it's so large, but it does work. It's just not really something that I would use for my face. Maybe to like highlight your collarbones or something, which is quite pretty, but not really for your face. Now we're finally coming to the part where I actually bought these brushes for, the eyeshadow. So I actually bought these sets just for the eye brushes, not necessarily for the face brushes, but I wanted to use those today as well. I really like the foundation brush. The other brushes are okay too, just not my favorite. So now we're gonna use the eyeshadow brushes and some more of the KvD Saint and Sinner palette colors. So in case you haven't seen this palette yet, this is what it looks like. And today I think I'm gonna go for some red shades and some of the green shades. Oh, and by the way, just a little disclaimer, I am not the best at applying eyeshadow, so in case I'm using these brushes wrong or anything, that's why. Anyway, for the transition shade, I'm going to use the number 6 brush of the Crystal Quartz brush set. This is the tapered blending brush. First, I'm gonna use the Stigmata shade, and I'm gonna put that into the crease. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that is very pigmented. I only took a little bit on my brush. Oh, look at that. That's really pretty though. And since this eyeshadow is so pigmented, I wonder if it will come off on this brush. I actually really want to do a review on these brushes after I've washed them to see what happens. Now I'm taking the number 7 brush from the Crystal Quartz makeup brush set. I feel like I don't have to say the set because you know what these brushes look like. But yeah, I'm taking the number 7 brush, which is the domed blending brush. And with that, I'm taking the color Immaculate. Putting it in my outer corners and in the crease. About halfway, I would say. And I'm blending that together a bit more with the number 5 brush, which is the large blending brush. Now I'm going to take the number 11 flat concealer brush, and I'm going to take some concealer and try to do a cut crease, which I have not really done before. So I'm just gonna put some concealer from the inner corner, I guess, to about the outer corner right there, leaving that as it is, if that makes sense. And now that I have something like this, we can start to apply eyeshadow over it. I look kind of crazy right now. So I'm taking the number 9 eye shader brush, and I'm going to take some of the color Vestment. I'm just going to apply that on the outer third, I think, of my eyelid. And these brushes are actually doing a pretty good job of applying these eyeshadows, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to use this number 9 flat shader brush from the Studio Pro brush set. Take the color Stigmata again, and I'm just going to be applying that into the inner corners of my eyes, blending it into the other shade a little bit and putting that on the lower lash line as well. Just take some more of the color Immaculate and just put that over the blue. I have no idea if that's going to mix well, but we're just gonna try it because I don't really like the way that the blue looks together with the rest. We're just going to blend this out a bit again because it is looking a little harsh. Now I'm just going to take the number 8 small pointed crease brush and apply some of Rosary in the very inner corner. To my understanding, this is more like a topper, but I'm gonna try it in the inner corners. This is definitely a different type of look from what I usually do. Ooh, but this is actually really pretty. Wow. Okay, I do like it, but I don't know, maybe it makes me look like I'm sick because I put all this red near my eyes. But I do think it looks kind of cool. I don't know. I'm actually very tempted to use the kind of golden yellowy shades to put on top because I think it will look a little bit better. But I didn't want to make this a golden look because that's what, you know, you usually do for Christmas. So we're not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna apply some eyeliner. Alright. There we go, there's the wing. So now I'm just going to apply a little bit of mascara on the top and bottom lashes. This is what it looks like so far. And now I'm just going to apply some false eyelashes and some red lipstick, and then I'll be back with you with the result. So this is the final makeup look. Now I think it is okay, but I also think it looks a little bit weird. It's probably a little bit too much with this dark lip and, you know, the dark eyes, but I think it's okay enough to just keep it on. And I just wanted to do a Christmas get ready with me, so I hope you guys too kind of enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of it, and Merry Christmas everybody. And in case I don't upload anything anymore before the new year, I also want to wish you all a happy new year. And that was pretty much it for this video. Oh, by the way, I quickly want to say that I actually really liked all of the brushes. The contour brushes weren't my favorite ones, but the eye brushes and stuff I really liked. So that was all good, but I just don't have much of an eyeshadow applying skill, so that's why it turned out like this. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you later in my next video. Have a nice day. Bye!